everything you need for Halloween. This is Haunted Skull, and in today's video, guys, you guessed it, as you do every year, it is a reactions to all of the Spirit Halloween animatronics for 2024. So Spirit, I'm quite late to the party on this. They released a video a couple of weeks ago of all of their animatronic lineup. For most of it, there is some that I'm impressed with, there's some that I am sort of like, what the hell is this? But I'm gonna get into it. So without any further ado, let's kickstart with my reactions to Spirit Halloween 2024's lineup.
My friends are going to show you a scary good time.
You caught my eye.
Step right up. Come on, come on. Welcome to the carnival. Attention all kiddos! I found a lost parent.
With this ring? I do. Strange that you and I have never spoken on the phone. This is long overdue.
Okay, so getting well underway with our first animatronic. This is the Gravestone Golem. I think this is quite a generic prop, if I'm honest. It does appear to be a zombie that's sort of like popping up behind a tombstone, and it kind of has this twitchy motion. I think the zombie itself does look really good. The audio itself's quite good as well, but it's more of a generic concept than anything. And yeah, it's just really just your typical groundbreaker zombie prop, really.
Your soul is mine.
Next up, we've got the demonic Gatekeeper. So this guy is pretty much a Rising Reaper, a groundbreaker Rising Reaper. I really do like the flame effect in the chest on this one. It does look like it can actually hook a fog machine up. And the overall appearance of this guy is pretty cool. The face is really cool how it's got sharp teeth, and it's got some giant hands from the looks of it as well. And it also looks like he talks and his mouth moves. The mouth movement does look a little weird in this video, but yeah, it is what it is. But the flame effect is amazing, and the overall appearance of this prop does look great as well, as you really can't go wrong with a Reaper. Next up is the Shirley Star animatronic. This is made to pretty much resemble a waitress, old vintage style waitress that you used to get in the like 70s diners, and I think this prop really nails the look of that. Basically, her animation is, of course, she moves a knife up and down in a stabbing motion. Her face looks like it's carved like a jack-o'-lantern, and there's like the classic like Dyna music that plays behind her as well while she does it, and that is really cool. It's something that you really wouldn't expect if you have it like displayed from behind or something, and then you look at the other side and then you see that her face is all carved out. I think this is a really cool looking prop. I really love the concept of it, and yeah, it's one of my favourites this year, if I'm honest. So next up, we've got Bea Bear, and I see the concept for this one is similar to Monty that we had a couple of years ago. It appears to be a bear that's sort of like bouncing on a ball, as you can see, and it kind of looks goofy in some ways, but in other ways it kind of does look quite realistic. Like the face does look quite good. The eyebrows on it kind of throw me off, that's the only little thing. The body itself, I do like how the arms and everything are like covered in fur. That's really cool. You got the little outfit, which does look kind of goofy, and he's got the ball as well that he balances on, which kind of just has like a simple side-to-side motion, and it is quite believable on this guy. Of course, this is one of the first props from the carnival theme. Many more props in this video kind of go over that. Of course, you really can't have a circus without a bear balancing on a ball. The next prop that we got here is Bobby Strings, and this guy we haven't actually got a full video of yet, I don't think, but from what I've seen so far it kind of looks like this giant puppet from how it looks. The face on it does look really creepy. It kind of gives all classic ventriloquist vibes. So his movement, I think you can see there's like a little module above him, and it looks like it pulls his legs or his hands. So it's kind of giving off a realistic effect in that way for this prop. I really do like this one. I think it's something that really hasn't been done before, and I can't wait to see an actual in-store demo and of course a full video of this guy in action. But yeah, really loving the look of this one here. And now right here we've got a really cool looking one. This is the giant death ray. This, I got to say, is the best out of the two big alien props that we've seen this year. Of course we've had the Costco one, and this is the giant death ray. I think this one looks the most realistic and believable looking alien out of the two. The animation on it is really cool. You can see it's got like pulsating lights going all through its body, and it's got servo head motion from the look of it. And just the overall detail of it really really does look cool, and I think it is about 10 foot as well. Well, definitely it does look like a giant prop, whatever size it is. But yeah, this is a really cool looking one, and quite a different one for what Spirit usually gets. Next up, we're on to the first licensed prop of Spirit's lineup, and this is Art the Clown from the Terrifier movie series. I really love the look of this prop. It definitely resembles Art quite a lot actually, and looks like he's got an alternative appearance with the sunglasses, sunflower glasses, and he's also got this little horn in his hand. I've got to say, I do love the animation of this guy. I definitely do love the waving animation. That does definitely look quite uncanny. But overall, it does look great, this Art the Clown does, and I can definitely see him being quite a popular one this year.
And in the darkness you will find me.
So this next prop is called the Crator. He appears to be this hooded figure. It kind of looks a bit like a Reaper or a Wraith or something along those lines, and you can see he's holding a skull. His main animation, it looks to be like there is a flame effect inside of him, and the voice on him kind of gives me Emperor Palpatine vibes from Star Wars, if I'm not going to lie. But yeah, this is a very good looking prop. I can definitely see us going in haunts very well, just standing there as a main piece. I think he's just a simple but effective prop. It would be cool if he had some kind of movement though. I have heard that he needs some movement before. I definitely agree on that. But yeah, this guy is very cool and definitely another one of my favourites.
This candle, I will light your way in darkness. With this ring, I ask you to be mine.
You kept your promise. You set me free. Now I can do the same for you.
Now on to probably my favourite animatronics from Spirit this year. This is Emily and Victor from Corpse Bride. So these are two Tim Burton characters from the Corpse Bride movie, and they've finally been made in animatronic form, and I really think they couldn't have done a better job on these. The animation with the head motion and even just like the body turn motion on Emily, and also the moving hand on Victor, I think that looks amazing, and we also have moving eyelids as well. The only thing I think could have been added is mouth movement, but if it was going to break the look of a prop, I definitely would have definitely prefer it the way they are. So that's not really any big deal. But I think both of these animatronics, from what I've seen on Spirit's website, they are both sold individually, so you can't really buy them together unless you buy both props together, of course. But these are just perfect. Like, they're literally just Emily and Victor from Corpse Bride. That's all I can say. They look spot on to the characters in the film, and they really could not have been done better. I really love all the details. The only thing that really could have been added to Emily is the little maggot thing that comes out of her eye in the film. That would have been really cool. But yeah, these are perfect, and I really cannot wait to see a full video of these in person. Continuing on with the licensed props, we got a life-size Michael Myers, and yeah, it's another Michael Myers life-size. This one in particular I think is better than some of the other ones we've seen, such as the Jemmy one a couple of years ago, which was quite a disaster, and also the ones we've had at Party City. This one does look quite good. The music, I'm not sure if this will be the music behind the actual prop. Hopefully it isn't, because I'll probably prefer it with the breathing or the other sound effects that are in the video. The look of Michael Myers himself, I think he does look to be quite skinny. He looks to be a bit more built up in the films. The mask itself, I think, with how the eyes are that prominent, I'm not really too keen on, but it's not a bad looking face, but it could be better. But yeah, that's the Michael Myers animatronic. It looks okay, but one thing I do like is the range of animation this prop has, such as the turning head, the turning body, and also the stabbing arm. Of course, it's got to have that motion, as it is iconic to the film. So yeah, not a bad prop, but not my favourite. I think if there's one thing that could definitely describe the Thing of Nightmares, it would be this. This prop right here is called Wonder Webworth, and I think this is one of Spirit's most creepiest props ever. It looks this giant, like, mutated spider. It's obviously standing on two legs, and then it's got all the legs around it. The face on this thing, though, it looks absolutely terrifying. The mouth opens, as you can see, it's got big sharp teeth, it's got, like, so many eyes, and of course the arms sort of move as well at either side. I think this is a really creepy prop, and it'd just be like perfect if you're really going for like fears and haunts. This is just really the next thing up from a big spider, is this giant mutant looking spider thing. I definitely want to see more props like this in the future, so Spirit, carry this on.
Well, you've caught my eye. Don't worry, I'm just admiring your costume. Hey, you over there! Yeah, you! I'm giving out some candy. I thought this would be a great way to make some friends. So come a little closer and try to take some. What do you say? I'm harmless, mostly.
So next up, we're on to a very good clown prop in my opinion. This is Nibbles the Clown. And from the first time I've seen this guy, I've instantly been a big fan of him. It really doesn't just look like a generic scary clown, it looks more like a jester, which I really like. He's got more of the classic makeup on, and he's also holding a lollipop. And as you can see, he's got quite a bit of movement as well. But the main feature of this guy is that the movement of the head actually does follow you. It does have some kind of like heat sensor technology in there, so his head actually follows you as you move around, which I think is very creepy, and it just fits perfectly on a clown prop just like this. And his phrases kind of intertwine with that feature as well. So it's definitely a very cool clown prop, and if anything, I think it's my favourite clown of the year.
Who do we have here? Your curiosity and trespassing has cost you your mortality.
So next up is Taran Clown. I think that's how you pronounce the name. But this is effectively just a reskin of Hellspawn and Mr. Dark, but now a witch version. And I think this is one of them props where it really should have just stayed as Mr. Dark from the beginning. I really don't get why it's a witch that towers to 10 foot tall. But yeah, I'm not really too big of a fan of this one. The face looks okay. So does the other details around on this prop, also the phrase, I do like how it is a bit delayed at the beginning, but yeah, I think the concept on this one is a bit worn off, of changing it into different characters. I think it should have just been Mr. Dark returned for this year round. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this prop.
You teach a class about slashers, and you still walked into a dark alley. Alone.
Strange that you and I have never spoken on the phone. This is long overdue.
So the next prop I have to talk about is Ghostface. I think this is an absolutely amazing rendition of Ghostface, to be honest. I absolutely love the stabbing motion, how quick and violent it is. It absolutely depicts it perfect from how it is in the film. The mask on Ghostface himself, you do get two of them, it looks like, and you also get two knives, which is pretty cool. The first one looks to be more weathered, and kind of looks like how it does out of the more recent Ghostface movies. And then you got the second one, which is absolutely covered in blood. And both of the knives, you got one where you can actually like hold it upwards, or you can have one where he's like holding it below his hand, and so you can give him a more classic stabbing look. I think the outfit itself looks okay. I'm not sure how the quality on that's actually going to be. And he's got the classic draping sleeves right there, and also the hood. I think he's really cool. I think he's one of the best licensed props this year, and yeah, I'm very impressed with this one.
My friends are going to show you a scary good time.
Another prop that we haven't really got a full video of yet is the Ringmaster. As you can see, his outfit does look really good. It looks perfectly like a Ringmaster. He does appear to be quite towering as well, and in some of the actual stock pictures that Spirit have released, it looks like this guy actually does have a projection of a clown on his chest, so it'd be interesting to see what his full animation will be, because I don't believe what we've seen in this video, where this short clip of him, is actually the what the Ringmaster will fully do. I do think though this guy, it has been said before, he's quite a specific prop to a carnival theme. Like, you can't really use him anywhere else. So if you do a different theme the year after, it's going to be a real struggle to actually fit him into another scene in your haunt. So this one, it's a win or lose if you get him or not, but I do think he's a very good representation of a good carnival ringmaster.
Yum, yum, yum! Sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's not. One thing I'll tell you though, it'll do more than rot your teeth out.
Carrying on with carnival props, we also have Cotton Candy Dan. This appears to be a clown that's stirring a bowl of cotton candy, and there is a nasty surprise right inside there, as you can see. The face on this clown, he does look like a more zombified looking clown. As you can see, he does have a stirring motion, and the actual zombie face really is the stuff of nightmares that comes out of the cotton candy. I think this is once again a really good clown prop, something that really hasn't been touched on before. And I think he'll be a very popular one for clown enthusiasts out there. Back onto the topic of the more harvesty themed props, we've got Max Straw right here. I think this one is one of the more disappointing props from Spirit's lineup this year, mainly solely because of the animation. It just has a simple head turn animation, and there's nothing really going for it too much with the audio. The face itself is quite creepy actually. It does have a stitch smile in the face. I think that's quite cool, and also how he's practically just held up by a pitchfork. But entirely, I don't really think this one is one of my favourites this year, if I'm honest. So next up is this hooded pumpkin figure. This one's called Night Terror, and I'm not really too impressed by this one. The laughing trap mainly, it doesn't really sound very scary. It just sounds a bit generic, if I'm honest, and it's just got a simple like lunging motion. So I'm pretty sure we've seen something similar to that by Sunstar before. But yeah, this one isn't a very good one in my opinion, and I'm not too much of a fan of it. Last new prop I have to talk about is the Dark Princess. This one, I think this is half good, half I have questions about. I think first of all the phrase is really cool. The scream is something that will really throw a lot of people off guard, I think, and also the whispering once it goes back down. The jump scare itself is really good. It's the same jump scare that Dagger Mike used last year. And but yeah, the animation part of this prop is really good, but the whole princess idea, I really don't see what the draw to that is. Like, it's kind of the hair on it seems to look a bit more like a wig more than anything, and also the dress. It doesn't really look like a princess dress, if I'm honest. So this one, I've got a few questions about it, but I do like the actual scare factor of this prop, so I do think this one's quite good. So I've left the last couple of returning props till last to talk about, because these are ones from other years. The first one is Cerberus, and I have really loved Cerberus for a long time, and I've always dreamed of getting him. Maybe this year might be the year if I do happen to find one cheap that can ship to the UK. It'd be really cool, but it's just such a classic having a three-headed dog. And of course it does have a fog machine feature where you can just hook a fog machine up and fog comes out of all three of their mouths. It looks really good, and it just looks very similar to the original model, if I'm honest. Nothing looks like it's changed with it. So I think if there's one prop from this lineup that I think I really want, it would definitely be Cerberus right here. And the second main returning prop is Twitching Banshee. I do own this prop, and I think she is absolutely incredible, and I think Spirit have every right to return this prop because of how popular she's always been. This is the older video that they had on the website many years ago. We haven't really released a video of the new version yet, but I can't imagine it being the exact same. It would be really cool if she actually has the quick twitching motion, because I know they slowed her down when Costco had her, so hopefully they've sped her up again. But yeah, it's so cool that Twitching Banshee's back for another year. Last time I think we seen her was 2016, so it's definitely been a while. But yeah, there's Twitching Banshee.
I'm starting a new juggling act. I'll need a hand from one of you, and a head, and a foot. Oh, any part will do.
So the last prop I have to talk about is quite a classic prop actually, and it is Taran Clown, and he has once again returned to Spirit. He has actually been sold practically every year by partner agencies, like stores around the UK have been getting him even right to this day, and he couldn't be a better returning prop for Spirit. I think he fits perfectly with the carnival theme, and in terms of actual changes to this prop, it doesn't look like there is too much that has changed on the 2024 version. It looks like it's mainly the face that has been fixed. They have got better practically every year, but it looks like this year it doesn't have the underbite like most of them have been having with the masks for quite some time now, which is really cool. So it's really cool that Taran Clown's back, and I think he's going to be once again a bestseller for this year. So with that said, that wraps up my reactions to every Spirit Halloween animatronic for 2024. I think overall it is a good year. Just like last year, I think Spirit is really on the upside when it comes to delivering unique props. There's definitely a few where I think there is room for improvement, but I think overall as the main carnival theme, I think that is quite long overdue for another big carnival theme. We've kind of had hints and teasers of it over the past couple of years, especially the last couple of years where Taran Clown was in. I think it's really cool that we got a full carnival theme this year. So thank you for watching this video. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please give us a like and also subscribe to the channel for more Halloween content. And until the next video, anything you need for Halloween, this is Haunted Skull.